what are customer insights? They are the real truth about our customers. They are gathered from data on human perceptions and behavior, and then businesses use them in order to identify which are the real needs of their target audience. Specifically, how and why they carry out certain actions. Customer insights underpin successful marketing campaigns and help brands to create the right message for the right audience and place it where it will cut through. So we have market researches and analysis and intelligence data telling us what is happening, while customer insights will tell us why it is happening, and also how the codes of luxury within high-end hospitality are today evolving and developing. As we previously said, in all these insights, there's gonna be a huge factor related to personality. Let's now identify together what are today the customer insights within luxury hospitality. Firstly, we're gonna talk about new technology.
天猫精灵，关闭窗帘。天猫精灵，打开电视。天猫精灵，
主人，你说。
我需要一瓶水。
好的，服务员会尽快送来饮用水。机器人正在执行配送任务中，进入电梯。
The self-check-in machine, like the guest mobile check-in, like the robot service and Timogenes voice butler. The purpose of this kind of service and technology is to improve the efficiency of the service and the consistency of the service quality.
您可以取出物品了。
So of course, each customer experience is gonna be different, and each one with its own priorities depending on where we are and who are we talking to. However, one of the main goals in each customer experience is gonna be to make customers' life easier and better. So modern travelers today, no matter if it's for business or pleasure, want to have their needs and wishes completely met and to have a seamless experience. And the majority of travelers and hotels visitors and guests want to experience the latest new technology. And that's why hospitality, and in particular luxury hospitality, is constantly evolving on this side in order to better serve these demanding customers. So each guest is gonna have its own priorities. Each one is gonna have a different kind of vacation in mind with different needs. However, one of the main priorities for a hotel's guest is gonna be time saving. And so following that, today many hotels are improving and implementing new ways in order to have their guests to save as much time as possible. So for example, instead of having guests in line waiting for the check-in at the front desk, many hotels today are implementing facial recognition to get guests into their room in the fastest possible way. Basically, what happens is that guests approach a kiosk and scan their face, scan their ID to verify their identity and get the room key. And in addition to that, more hotels are also moving away from the traditional room key. They are, for example, leveraging RFID technology with wristband. This is very common, for example, in big resorts like Disney World. So instead of having to carry around a room key and wallet, guests will have all their information stored in their wristband, and with that they will be able not only to enter the room but also to make payments. And following the new technology line of reasoning, we will have smart rooms. example, of those travelers already accustomed to digital assistants like Siri or Alexa, and also used to high-tech experiences. They will benefit a lot from these digital assistants and features during their stay. And that's why many hotels today are already rolling out all kinds of smart rooms where they combine voice recognition technology and artificial intelligence in order to integrate and deliver the most personalized experience ever. And in addition to that, speaking of new technologies, robots today can also play an incredible number of roles, from staffing the front desk to cleaning and so on. So for example, Aloft uses Butler, which is a robot butler, able to deliver items to guests round the clock. So if, for example, someone calls the front desk asking for a toothbrush or an extra towel, Butler will be able to immediately deliver the items to the room. Another example is at New York's Yotel, where you'll have Yobot, a robotic luggage concierge, and guests can have their bags stored thanks to him. Of course, robots are not going to replace humans, at least not entirely. And also, as we previously said, human touch is gonna always be something incredibly important. However, having this kind of technology can surely be seen as a wow factor. So our goal here is to deliver an experience as comfortable and personalized as possible. So blending together time-saving and new technology, we can, for example, provide a MoodPad tablet where guests can personalize temperature, window blinds, alarm, and lighting all in one place. And in addition to that, some Marriott hotels have even smart shower doors. You know, when you're taking a shower and writing and drawing on the glass? Basically, you can email to yourself the things that you've been drawing and writing.
Inspiration can strike me at any time. Doing the various types of work that I'm doing, I will get easily distracted by things. There's something about just being under the water and having that 10 to 15 minutes. And so I do come up with a lot of my best cartoon ideas in the shower.
When you kind of enter the shower, it's like your own private sanctuary. You know, like the texture of the water and the heat of the shower, it's just really relaxing, and you can just kind of open yourself up and think.
A lot of the times, travel can be stressful. Being able to come in and take a shower and then have to create something, I think people will like that.
And you can just take your hands, write, draw, whatever you're feeling, whatever you want to remember, and then it's saved and sent to you. That is so cool.
Then we have virtual reality. Virtual reality actually allows guests to take a tour of the hotel and common space and everything, and also pick exactly the room that they want, see the amenities, and booking the room with a seamless online process. They will feel much more confident about their choices even before they arrive. Today, there is an increasing number of properties all around the world that are already able to offer virtual reality tours, and they are actually seeing a higher customer satisfaction and an increase of online bookings. Then we have mobile application. We know that the majority of travelers will always rely on their smartphones during their stay and their vacation for information and updates and tips and entertainment. Therefore, applications are always the best platform to interact with guests. And moreover, they will bring an incredible added value in our guest profiling, because the guests will want to update their profiles with all their preferences in order to have the most bespoke experience possible. And used in the right way, the mobile application will bring an incredible marketing potential. And in addition to guest profiling, the mobile application will also make it much more easy for them to join the loyalty programs and to stay up to date with news. So for example, if they are interested in art and there is an upcoming exhibition, or for example, they are interested in food focused journey and there is an upcoming cooking class or wine tasting and so on. Because don't forget that we are talking about luxury travel. Therefore, it's always crucial not only to meet guest needs and desires, but to anticipate them. And the mobile application, with all the information stored about them and their preference and their needs, is going to bring a huge value to the property and will also lead to more returning guests. As a conclusion, we can say that great digital solutions and new technologies will provide excellent personalizations and service. On the other hand, for some guests, the real luxury will be to completely disconnect and having a digital detox. Therefore, it will be strategically important to understand who you are dealing with and then balancing these two aspects. And then we have sustainability. Sustainable tourism today is not just a rising trend. It is a priority and also a moral imperative.
In the Pacific Ocean, there is so much plastic, an area the size of France has formed. Governments have simply ignored it. So we found a way to ensure they couldn't, by turning the country-sized trash patch into an official country.
Les trash isles.
Trash isles.
A la isla de plástico.
Des îles poubelles,
Introducing the Trash Isles. On World Oceans Day, the Plastic Oceans Foundation and LADBIBE submitted an application to the United Nations to recognise the Trash Isles as an official country, because under the laws of the UN, other countries are then obliged to clean it up.
Declared the part of the ocean where all the trash is gathered, the plastic, the Trash Isles. Has the petition been received, and what's your take on it?
I think it's a very innovative and creative way to bring attention to a problem that is often not seen.
Having met the criteria to become a country, the Trash Isles began recruiting citizens online. In the first few weeks, we had more citizens than some countries. The Trash Isles had everything an official country needs: a currency called Debris, a passport for new citizens, and a national flag. We even had big-name celebrities signing up.
I think this is the first honorary citizenship I've had from any emerging nation.
Thank you very much.
Trash Isles citizenship.
Trash Isles. Trash Isles.
Some even took on official roles.
I'm Judi Dench, the Trash Isles Queen.
I will be the best secretary of your defense that I can.
With over 200,000 citizens, 50 million video views, and 500 million people reached, the Trash Isles put the plastic problem firmly on the map.
I will make reference to the Trash Isles from here on out.
Researches and analysis today show that more and more travelers are choosing their hotels based on their social and environmental impact, and that they prefer companies and hotels that have embedded eco-friendly practices into their daily operations. So, for example, the reduction of one-time use plastics, and this applies to straws, water bottles, cutlery, and so on. Speaking of reduction of single-use plastics, we have, for example, Six Senses, which implemented a zero-waste policy, meaning that all materials that they use will have a new purpose. And they also began using a number of alternatives to plastics like bamboo or lemongrass or paper. It is also very important to apply a social business concept, which means that while you are making a profit, because of course you need to make a profit in order to keep your company alive, you are also focusing on promoting social objectives. And these two things do not exclude each other. Applying a circular economy where resources can be regenerated and recycled, serving seasonal food and locally sourced, sustaining local projects, culinary experiences. Following our line of reasoning, culinary experiences will be eco-friendly and health-conscious. The rising trend, as we saw, is for the journey to be transformative, and therefore travelers desire to enjoy local experiences, which can be satisfied by hotels with seasonal and locally sourced food. For example, we have seen that wellness travel became a major priority, and therefore travelers will expect a wide range of options, from vegetarian to vegan to gluten-free, dairy-free, organic, healthy. People today are becoming increasingly concerned with environmental issues, and therefore they want to know that the companies and properties that they choose are behaving ethically. Moreover, a culinary experience is not only related to the taste, not only to the deliciousness, but it is also a visual experience. Travelers today want to share their experiences.
It is. Who doesn't love opening up a menu and seeing a picture of what it's supposed to look like?
Exactly.
And then seeing what you actually get.
E usa a hashtag lá na busca do Instagram.
Nói về Instagram menu thì nhờ anh Hùng
promovó menú pe Instagram.
publicando fotos de deliciosos platillos en Instagram.
for millennials in the age of Instagram, the visual experience is going to be as important as the quality and the taste of the food. Colors can actually generate an authentic emotional appeal in addition to being very Instagram friendly. The duration of the trip, short or long. When it comes to luxury, it's almost natural to think big. However, longer duration trips can be more difficult to arrange and combine with careers and families. The rising trend today is actually to have micro vacations and shorter stays. These short micro vacations actually perfectly align with the mentality of millennials when it comes to find a balance between work and life. They tend to prioritize work, but that doesn't mean that they are not interested in traveling though. On the opposite, it means that they will make everything possible to find a work-life balance. And this also means that if millennials are limiting their vacation time, they will need to make the most out of it. And also Generation Z will likely prioritize work for similar reasons. So that is going to also be the next trend. And so these micro shorter vacations will lead to new opportunities for hospitality businesses because travelers will have less time and they will want to make the most out of it. So it will be up to the property to come up with packed and full of experiences itineraries and to create shorter but memorable experiences. We have also a rising trend of food-focused travels. And this is actually going to be a segment especially interested in micro travel. So think, for example, of highly curated cooking class with locally sourced ingredients, or for example, wine tasting and pairings, visiting local farms, and so on. Slow travel has been an industry buzzword for years, and right now is finally gaining mainstream traction. The idea of slow travel also relates to the type and the style of the trip, meaning that you will want to make a deeper connection with your destination. Slow travel is an approach to travel that emphasizes the connection with local people and food, culture, music, and so on. So it is very close with the concept that we previously explained about the transformative journey, and it relies on the idea that the trip is meant to educate and have an emotional impact in the present moment and for the future, and at the same time remaining sustainable for local communities and environment. So always having a positive impact on where we are going. And that's why slow travel is also much more about the journey and not only the destination that we want to reach. Being excited about where you're going as much as how you're gonna get there, the people you will meet and the sights you will see, and all those experiences that you will have along the way. As all these trends reveal, the future of luxury hospitality industry is going to be very transversal, shaping and being shaped by global movements, industries, and consumer values. And despite all these rapid and constantly evolving changes among customer-centric industries like hospitality, one constant will remain: the importance of the human touch. Human relations will always play an invaluable role in delivering memorable, unique, and incredible experiences along with excellent service. And this makes the human talent one of the greatest sources of innovations.